out there, but I thought if I pop on, maybe it'll open the door and bring other people into the chat. Anyway, so while I'm sitting here shuffling all the cards and getting them all ready for you, I was thinking about like the card that I pulled today for my shorts, which was the High Priestess. It's a incredible energy because we had this big full moon, super moon that just happened. And it was big and it was intense. And I don't know about you, but I was really feeling it. Anyway, I was just kind of thinking about the energy of the High Priestess coming up because this full moon was in Pisces, which is a very intuitive sign. It's an old soul when Pisces shows up because they have kind of walked around the whole wheel of the astrological chart, and they are number 12. So, we get to Pisces and then there's a whole new beginning. And then we had this North Node shift that happened. So, right now Aries is in the North Node. So, I mean, these beginnings. And, I got to tell you, I'm just feeling that, this energy of the High Priestess and this full moon. I always look at the full moon like a flashlight, like it just kind of the light of the full moon shines its light on issues and things that we need to really kind of address. I mean, stuff comes up. So with this High Priestess, I'm almost feeling as if, you are really guided right now to pay attention to your intuition because it wants you to move in a certain direction. So this full moon, I feel like, it's really wanting us to pay attention, to our intuition, and really kind of tap into that stillness we have, so that we're really making the moves that we really need to make. You know what I mean? Like, we have to follow our intuition right now. And I think it being in Pisces, I mean, it's enhanced, because Pisces is very, very, very intuitive. So anyway, I'm just feeling like, this energy right now, our intuition wants to show us something, so whatever that message is, I mean, we're a whole lot of people, so the message is different for everyone, so what my intuition is telling me to do is very different than what it's telling you to do, so pay attention to your intuition, not mine, so I'm just really feeling like, this is a true gift if we choose to sit in the stillness and the energy of this divine feminine that comes with the moon. The moon in the native traditions is known as grandma. I mean, this is grandma shining her light down, wanting to nurture us and to guide us and, to pay attention to us. You know what I mean? Like, we want to be loved and cared for, so there's this very compassionate, empathetic, nurturing quality that comes with this full moon that we're feeling. All right, so if somebody's having a hard time, let's just kind of give them a listening ear. If somebody's really struggling physically, maybe we can cook them something really nice and nurturing for them to eat, or we take them out, or I don't know, you know what you need to do. But whatever it is, follow your intuition, because I feel like it it wants to guide you in a certain direction. And if you've been struggling and, things haven't been going as planned, it's because you may be going against your intuition. So let's just pay attention. Anyway, that kind of came up today, that it's really important for us to find that moment, that time, to really practice, that energy of stillness. It's one of these things when I was studying meditation, really deeply studying meditation, one of the things that I noticed above everything else is that I stopped talking. I quit asking for things to happen and thank you God for this and now, bless me with this. I stopped doing that, and instead I learned how to just sit. Right there, and just doing that shifted the energy of quiet. So it's that powerful. So if we could just kind of learn how to just sit and be present and, just listen to our intuition, our psyche wants to talk. And I feel like that was what was coming up with this High Priestess this morning, because she was everywhere. And the energy of the High Priestess is that of, the divine feminine. So it doesn't matter what gender we are, it's about tapping into our divine feminine energy. you know, the softer side, the nurturing side, that essence of love, you know, when, you know, the feminine, you know, they give birth, you know, they give life, you know, so it's a very incredible energy when we really can tap in and connect with the divine feminine. But anyway, that's that. So I see someone else has popped into the chat. Whoever you are, would you like a reading? I'm pulling cards tonight. I already did one for the weekend this morning. I mean, we could do another one for the weekend because we could always pull, you know, different energy. But I'll leave that up to you guys. You know, I'm just kind of trying to hold the door open, you know, and share my gifts of, you know, reading cards with all of you and see if maybe there's something you guys want. You know, question answered, something that has been bugging you. There's been a lot of changes in the world. I'm feeling like it's going to be a very good, a good fall. But with that being said, you know, I'm also feeling it's going to be a difficult fall. You know, energetically, maybe we should pull some cards on, maybe like the weather. You know, I mean, there's been a lot of stuff going on with the weather, right? I mean, it's like the world is on fire. Things are happening that, you know, leave us really, you know, sitting with a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, what about these hurricanes? This was a big hurricane that hit. Is there more to come? Who's going to get hit next? You know, I mean, I don't know. But I just feel as if we have to prepare ourselves, seriously. And, you know, I think it's going to be over the course of the next, you know, 2 to 4 years. There's going to be a lot more things that are happening. I don't think it's just all going to be this year, you know, and the next year nothing. I just feel like there's going to be this evolution with the weather, and we just need to really prepare ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I live out here, I live off grid, and the guy who was here fixing my solar, I told him, I said, my ultimate goal is to be self-sustaining, you know, so that if anything happens, I got my chickens, you know, I'm not a fan of goats, you know, that's, you know, it's a good thing to have goats, but I don't know. You know, I'm not a big fan of goats. I just don't like goat milk, and I don't like goat cheese. I don't like any of that. It's just not part of my palate. But anyway, I would love to be very self-sustaining. You know, I don't want to have to depend on the grid, you know, to take care of me. And food is so expensive, and it's really uncanny for one person how much I spend. And I don't go through the aisles. I eat the perimeter. I had a naturopath tell me that a long time ago. That way I get my fruits, my vegetables. My downfall is cheese. I mean, I could just eat cheese all day long. It doesn't really like me, but I can. So I can tell that I'm just kind of babbling here. I'm just going to hang on here a few more minutes and see if anybody wants to come through. And if they do, great. If not, I will just kind of turn this off, and I'll come back at another time and see if maybe people want to come around. I turned on at 5, so it's only 5:08, so I've been on for 8 minutes rambling. You know, it's funny, the other night I was at a gathering, right, and you know, my ex-husband, he can talk about himself till the cows come home. I mean, it is just unbelievable. And he started going off on himself, and I thought to myself, how long can this man truly talk about himself? You know, because he talked for a long time, but it got to a point where it's almost kind of his interjection of himself kind of dissipated. Just really kind of funny. But anyway, you know, so listen, I'm going to pop off here because, like I said, I am rambling, and I'm just not feeling like anybody is around. So maybe I'll come back in a little bit. Either that or I'll come back tomorrow and see if maybe you guys are around. But anyway, until another day, you guys, I'll see you all later. Uh-oh. We have somebody. Amaris Cunningham. How are you? Are you named after the flower? Or is that Amaryllis? I don't know. Do you have a question, Amaris? I'm happy to do questions. Well, I was leaving because I've been here for 10 minutes and nobody showed up. But if you're going to stick around and, you know, you got a question, I'd be happy to read for you. So, yeah. You have a question? It's just really hard to look at a camera and talk to yourself for 10 minutes and there's no response. So, anyway, I'm happy to pull a card for you, Amaris. you feel like people don't stay around you. Huh. Do you know what the 4 agreements are? The 4 agreements. The first one is don't take anything personal. The second one is always be good with your word. The next one is never assume anything. And the last one is always do your best. So anyway, don't let people, influence you. It shouldn't matter what anybody thinks about you. I mean, truly, I have lived a sad part of my life to always trying to live for someone else's opinion or approval. It doesn't matter. By the time you get to my age, it really doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just more comfortable just to be authentically yourself. So if they don't like you, that's their loss, and I think a lot of it is, they don't like themselves, Anyway, I do want to pull a card for you, though, and see what the card has to say. I pulled an old deck out that I haven't used in a long time. It's the Deviant Moon. Knight of Wands. Oh, here we go. So this is what I feel about you, and you feeling that people don't really like you. Because here we have the Knight of Wands coming up reversed. I mean, you lack confidence. If you were truly the free spirit that you are, because this is an energy of a true free spirit, someone who has fun. So I feel like you hold back. Don't hold back. I mean, it's okay for you to enjoy yourself. It's okay for you to let your guard down. It's okay for you to have a little bit of fun. This is somebody who likes to be the life of the party. And when it comes up reversed, it's like you're the wallflower. So don't be the wallflower, because of your insecurities. I mean, everybody out there has their own insecurities. They're just covering up a lot better than you. So anyway, it's really about you letting your guard down, Amorous, and have... Uh-oh, now we have someone else in the chat. Who's that? You're welcome, Amorous. It's okay. It's okay to feel awkward. I'm very socially awkward. I find it much easier for myself to talk to myself than anything else. Anyway, I'm glad I stuck around and, was able to answer a question for you. If you have another one, you want to ask what about romance? I'll ask you a question. How old are you and what's your birth sign? Oh, look, we have another person coming in. I don't understand what that means. All right, we have someone else who just popped into the chat. Hello, hello. Hey, I'm just, I'm taking 1 card questions, or 1 question and 1 pull, or maybe 2, or I don't know. I just kind of wing it. So if you got a question, you're popping in, come on in. I had an itchy nose there. Well, Pisces 23, I was going to ask, how do people around, how do people view you? All right, that's a good question. All right, that's a good question. All right, Tarot, how do people view Amorous Cunningham? How do they view her? When she walks into a room, what is it? What is the impression that she gives to people? What do people feel about Amorous? All right, are you ready? Here comes your card. All right, the Hierophant reversed. They find you a little different. And I think this is why. So, Amorous, it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. Thank you anyway. But I'm telling you, here we have this Hierophant coming up reverse. This is somebody who moves to your own beat. I think people, it's not that people view you differently. I think what they view you is authentically. I just feel as if you move to your own beat. This is somebody who doesn't conform. This isn't somebody, who's going to put the uniform on. This is somebody who has a little bit of style. So I think people see you. And honestly, I almost feel as if people really secretly admire the fact that you are truly you when you come into a room. So maybe the energy that you feel more than anything has to do with the fact that, you are really, your own person. And a lot of people really envy that of people. Pamela. So, Amorous, are you a flower? Is that a flower? What does amorous mean? Or doesn't mean like amorous, like love. What does your name mean? How are you, Pamela? It's nice to have you in the chat. I was going to just pop off, and then all of a sudden this guy shows up, and he's got a question, and now you're here. How are you doing? You're a good Taurus. What's going on, Pamela? Anyway, we got a few people in the chat. That's nice. So if people are going to come in, I'll stick around. Happy to pull cards. This is an old deck of mine that I used to absolutely love. It's the Deviant Moon Tarot. Let me see if I've got that. This is what it looks like. All right, this is what it looks like. It's a crazy, crazy industrial, flavor to it, but it's really cool. Blessed by God. Oh my God, what a beautiful name. What a beautiful name. May it be so for your life, I really feel like your name is really important. I changed my name. I can't even tell you how many times I've changed my name legally. And it got to the point where, I cut it down real short. And, so my legal name has changed 4 times. And I knew when my passport expired this last time, I said, that's it. I'm changing my name. I'm simplifying it. I'm going to make it work that way. But yeah, blessed by God. What a lovely, lovely name. Pamela, do you have a question? Pamela. How are you? I'll ask you a question. How are you, Pamela? How are you doing? Yeah, Taurus got hit hard this year. The shifts and changes on such a deep level for all my Taurians. I am so proud of you guys. Because you guys had to do things that were way out of your comfort zone. Right? Right. Alright, let's see. What's going on? Anyone out there? Hello. Hello out there. Well, there is the Amaryllis. So if you stuck a couple L's in your name, Amerallis, you would be a flower. And it's a flower that blooms at Christmas time. Anyway, it's a lovely name, and it just has the energy of just like a real lovely energy to it. So you were truly blessed with a wonderful name. So anyway, all right, who else is out there? Anybody else have a question? Hello? Knock, knock. I'm not sure what I could do to kind of fill in all the gaps. I was thinking what questions we could ask about, let's see, September. What does the month of September look like? Ooh, there could be people that lose their money, lose their job. Listen, I just want to tell people, all right, because if you guys, lose your job, just know that it's an opportunity to plant something much better, all right? So if there's a real shift in your finances, and you find yourself maybe having to figure out how to work from your own, you would do very well if you worked on your own, because this is not a card of working with other people. This is about working on yourself. And then here we have the Two of Wands. And we see this guy, he's like digging, to plant the garlic. Well, garlic has one of 2 properties. It's very medicinal, right? So if you plant this garlic in a really good way, I feel as if it could probably really help you, and really do a lot of healing good for you. So, whatever it is, I feel as if, there's this strong energy, and this is that psychic hit that was coming up with that High Priestess earlier today. If you pay attention to your intuition, it's probably going to guide you in a new direction that could probably be very good for you. Maud, how are you? You're the new sub? Does that mean you're the new substitute at school? I don't know. Is that what that means? New sub. I don't know what that means. I guess I have to catch up on the lingo, because I'm not good with the lingo. This is what happens when you live alone. I was a substitute teacher for a while. It's a great job. It's, truly a great job to teacher, because you don't have a lot of the responsibilities. Although, the school systems, I think that's where the bigger problem is. But overall is to come in and just kind of watch the kids and get paid good money for it. I did it for a while because the money was good. Anyway, so what's your question? Do you want to know how you're going to do as a new sub? Is that your question? We could see. Will you get a proposal this year or next year? Well, let's start with this year. Let's see if you're going to get a proposal this year. Up for yes, and upside down for no. If she's going to get a proposal, tell me, tell me, tell me. No, not this year. Not this year. If anything, I feel as if, you know, things may turn for you. Ten of Swords is an ending, you know, wanting to happen in a situation that you are in. So, yeah, no, not this year. Next year? Yeah, probably next year. Probably by the summer of next year. Maybe June. By next June. You'll be much better off, too. You know, so hang in there. Hang in there, Maud. You know, because next year is much better for you than this year. All right. Oops. Oh, we have another card. King of Wands. It's funny because this guy came like dancing upside down. I feel like, Maud, there's somebody around you, maybe who you work with. They're kind of smooth, a little charming. I wouldn't trust them. Just saying. I wouldn't trust them. You know, because I feel as if they could... I don't know. Just don't trust them. All right, Maud? I keep flying out for you, so I just wanted to pass that on. All right. Anything else for anyone else coming in the house? My door is open. So grateful, thankful to you guys popping in. It was kind of fun, right? I'll come back again. Popping in. I think I'll do it tomorrow morning because tomorrow I'll probably only do a short. And, yeah, maybe I'll pop in and see how you guys are all doing, how your Fridays went. Who is he? Well, you know, I got the King of Wands. Who is the King of Wands? He's a male energy. He's an older guy. You know, it's somebody who you haven't spoken to in a while. All right, because we have the Eight of Wands upside down and we have the Three of Wands. It's somebody you haven't spoken to in a while. And then we have the Four of Swords. Whoever it is, I feel as if they've been watching you. So somebody's, you know, coming back around. So just know that, you know, don't trust whatever it is that they're saying. Because the fact that it's somebody who hasn't been around in a while and then all of a sudden they show up, there's room for suspicion. All right, Maud, so just FYI. I don't know other than that. Knight of Pentacles. It could be because they don't have any money or they don't have no more past expired. Right. The reason why they are past and they are expired is because that's where they belong, right? In the past, expired, out in the trash, right? You know who? Okay, good. Good. See, I just feel like if we know ahead of time, you know, and those red flags are waving that, you know, ding, ding, ding. Just put the antennas up. Well, that's good, Maud. All right. Well, listen, you guys. Is there anyone else? We have some, you know, people are coming in and out and in and out. This is called the Mysterious Kipper. Do I have its little box? Let me see if I have its little box. Here's the little box. All right. Here's the little box. All right. The Mysterious Kipper. It's a crazy little deck. Someone you stayed away from 9 years ago. Oh. Well, yeah, stay away for another 9 years. Oh, that's crazy. All right, let's see what this little Kipper deck has to say about this King of Wands that wants to float into your environment. Let's see. False person. Ooh, do not trust this. Yeah. So they're up to something, right? And they're almost like, oh, it's been so long. Maybe they'll be happy to see me. And maybe not. This person is not on the up and up. So anyway, that's what came out on him, Maud. Crazy how these cards jump. Anything else that Maud needs to know about this King of Wands? Short illness and house. Huh. Yeah, don't let them come in. You know, I feel as if they're toxic. It's just really toxic energy. So don't let them in your house. All right, Maud, that's what the cards say. Isn't that crazy? This one needs to be put to rest and put to rest for good. Is he jealous of our current one? Oh, wait, let me get my tarot. Because that little kipper is really intense. All right, let's see. Is he jealous of her current one? Isn't it great, Maud, to get a free reading? I mean, honestly, this is what I love to do, is do readings. I mean, seriously. People come over, they come over for a reason. When I show up, people want to know if I have my cards. You know, it's about my readings, you know, so it's always fun to just come on here. Now that I have power. All right. Is he jealous of your current one? He knows that you moved on. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, he is. Oh, look, here he comes back. Do you see this? All right, let me talk about this card, but for just a minute, Maud, all right? So, hey, Cecilia, how are you? So, look, you see, these are 9 wands, all right? So, this is about having like, been there, done that, tried. Sometimes it didn't work, whatever. But here we see he wants to try one more time to kind of get this wand in the ground. Yeah, he's up to something. And he is jealous. Trying to be hopeful. He's trying to be very hopeful. How are you, Cecilia? Nice to have you pop in. It's good. It's funny. Just as I'm about to, like, close up shop and go away, somebody pops in, like, Cecilia. You'd rather have a personal reading? Yeah, it's much better to have a personal reading. Because then I pull the cards just for you. But here it's a general overall. It works. All right, so Cecilia. So, like, listen, if you guys ever wanted a personal reading, my email, I think, is in my about, but it's universalstartarot@gmail.com. You know, so you can always email me over there, universalstartarot@gmail.com. And if you'd like a personal reading, we can talk about it over there. All right? Oh, thanks, Maud. I worked hard for this positive energy because, listen, I went down dark and deep. All right, Cecilia, sure, you can ask a question. I'm shuffling my cards. I'll shuffle them just for you. Thanks for coming by, Maud. All right, Cecilia. What's going on, Cecilia? You're asking a question. I don't know what the question is, but the cards do. Oh, where did I go? Oh, here I am. Look, yes, he's going to surprise you. He's going to surprise you. This is good. This is good. He's going to surprise you. I think you're going to be very surprised because, you know, it comes up here, you know, you come up with these 2 of swords, not really sure whether or not he's going to do something, and then it comes out with this 1. So I think, you know, he's been really kind of contemplating. This is really good energy for you. And then we have 5 of Wands. So I feel as if mentally there's something I feel like would be really good between the 2 of you to really get out. There's something that's been really heavy on his back. Look at that. So I feel as if it's time to kind of let go of some of the heaviness that he's been carrying. So could be up, Cecilia, just saying. There is, like, this is, to me, it's just like I think he's been trying to figure out how to kind of let go of some of what he's been carrying. Like, there's a lot I feel like he needs to say to you. And once he does that, I feel like things are going to come into balance. So, yeah. Good. Good for you. Yeah, he surprises you. What's he gonna surprise you with? You know, I feel like whatever it is, it's gonna be unexpected, right? Amazing. I like the Ace of Swords because the Ace of Swords. Listen, Cecilia, the Ace of Swords is a sword of truth, right? But there's double-edged edge to it. All right, so you know it's about really kind of standing in, you know, a real good place mentally because we are talking mentally. All right. Oh, thanks so much, Cecilia. I really appreciate that. But mentally, do you know what I mean, Cecilia? And I feel as if something has to kind of, the air is cleared, you know, because there could be an energy. I feel a little bit of anger and the heaviness he's carrying, whatever it is. But anyway, it's a good energy to let go of it. Really, really. Queen of Swords. Look, see, it brings peace. All right. This is how it ends up. And what I love about it is, again, we have a sword. So things are clear. Things are, you know, it's just like everybody knows where everybody stands. And you see all these birds, Cecilia? You know, I feel like, you know, it's going to be a good birthday for you because I feel like there's a lot of peace that comes with it. Really, really good. Yeah, I like it. Do you have a cat? This cat's really looking at you. Anyway, maybe he's looking more at the bird. But anyway, yeah, happy birthday. I don't know when your birthday is, but happy birthday. Are you a Virgo, Cecilia? You are very welcome. Oh, this was fun. All right, you guys. Yes, Virgo here. Virgo, so it's your birthday. Happy birthday. This is what I feel about Virgos, Cecilia. I have always felt that Virgos are the most beautiful sign of the zodiac. You know, every Virgo I know and every Virgo that I've been around, they just have this essence that they almost float. Real goddess energy. I always say that, goddess energy, godlike. There's just this beauty that you guys just have. Hey, B, how are you? Seal. Seal, you want to ask a question? All right, go ahead. Ask a question. B, if you got a question, I'd be happy to ask you a question. Look what Cecilia did. She gave me $2.99. I'm on my way to a cup of coffee. Thank you much. I really appreciate that. All right. Seal, what's your question? You're welcome, Cecilia, and happy birthday. May it be the best year around the sun yet, right? All right. Is it Seal 3546? What's your question? All right, I've shuffled the cards. They're ready. So when your question comes up, I'm ready for you. What's going on? I haven't quite found a relationship. Well, let's see what the cards have to say. Ooh. Well, for starters, you got to get out of your head, all right? Here we have the Eight of Swords coming up. So, you know, you got to quit thinking that, you know, when's the right relationship, it's never going to come. Because you're almost putting it out there that you're never going to get the right relationship. But guess what? There is someone coming in, all right? But I feel like, you know, you've got to get yourself out there more. But there is definitely someone. Actually, I see 3 people. And, you know, when you finally get a hold of someone, look how good it is. I mean, it's almost as if whoever it is that you end up hooking up with, they're going to be one of these people that they'll do anything for you. And that's who you want to hold out for. So, you know, hang in there, because I do feel like with this 3 of Wands, there is someone coming in. I almost wonder if they come from another country or from another place, and they kind of move to your location, because I feel as if this person comes towards you from somewhere else. But here's the energy between the two of you. That's the strength card. So hang in there. Now, when is the big question. So let's see if we can get a little bit more in there. Hanged Man reversed. Well, yeah. Well, all of this is going to happen here, and I feel like it's closer to like next spring, into the summertime. But I just feel as if first you have got to really kind of get out of this tree. Hanged Man reversed, all right? Because I feel as if you almost trip yourself up so that, you sabotage maybe in the springtime into the summer. But again, you've got to let go of this energy of you're never going to meet someone. Because as long as you put it out there that you're never going to meet someone, you're not going to meet someone, all right? And the universe wants you to meet someone. And I just feel like it'll be a good one, yeah. But you've got to put a lot of things that kind of block you. Just get rid of them. This is what you can do. You take a string and you think of all of these relationships that have tied you up in a knot. Literally, tie a knot in this string, right? And then, just think of the relationships that have really hung you up in the past, that now are keeping you from what's coming towards you, and tie another knot, I don't care how many knots. I don't care if you have one knot or you have 50 knots. It doesn't matter. Just tie the knots. Put that energy in the knot and then take that knot and burn it. Right? God, you feel better. Thanks, B. Thanks for the $4.99. Now I got a whole coffee. Between you and Cecilia, really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's see. B, what's going on in your world? Yeah, I'm feeling really good. This Virgo. Uh-oh, there's a Virgo you're dealing with. Much love to you, Seal. By next year, this is like deep transformation in your... All right, B. All right. 10, 9, 8. Nothing's spinning. All right, I'm going to give it a shot. All right, so here, look. This is you and the Virgo. 5 Pentacles. I feel as if, when things kind of ended, it almost felt like it was, everybody just kind of abandoned each other. Because there's energy of abandonment between the two of you. And then we have here the Lovers come up reversed. But, final outcome for you and this Virgo, I see the two of you somehow, you guys projecting to each other. So if you're thinking about him, they're thinking about you, B. Just saying. And I still feel like you have a real connection with him. So what should she do? Ooh, yeah, see, there's still this strong connection. But there's just so much history between the two of you. Yeah. I think it's time to move on. Somehow I feel like you have to cut this out because there will always be like this element that comes between you and them. Do you know what I mean? But you had like this really intense connection with this Virgo because here it is. Look, here's the passion. We have the 2 of Cups and we have the Ace of Wands. That's true connecting here. But it was toxic on a lot of levels because look, here's the Devil. Good for you. So that's good for you. And then, what I see here, the 9 of Wands. I just feel as if there's not enough left between you guys to reconnect. But, it's that connection of the passion. And here's the thing. Those are the memories we want to hang on to, right? We want to hang on to the memory of, the two of us kind of reconnecting. And, oh, my gosh, when it was good, it was good. But here you cannot forget the reasons why it ended. And I think, both of you are happier for it, all right? Because, like I said, I felt like it was. Come through. Yeah, you guys out there, I see that there's 5 people out there. I had a real hiccup with my connection. Are you out there, B? Hello. I don't know what's going on. All right, so there goes my internet. So now I have power, but my internet is still problematic. So sorry about that, people. Really, really sorry about it. But B, are you there? Oh, it's uploading slow. All right, so if it's all garbled, I'll do it again. So it looks like we got some people in the house. But anyway, B, let me tell you, I'll give you an update on what the whole reading was about. It's like something. Here I go again. I might have to pop off and pop back on. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my goodness! All right, all right. I'm going to pop off. Here we go.